Hey, what's up? Just doing a pre-flight face mask, if you couldn't tell. I'm super excited to be heading off to Sydney in about 7 hours. Cheesy transition inbound coming. Yeah, let me do it a bit quicker. Hello everyone. So I am just packing. As you can see, there's all the stuff. The thing I wanted to talk about was, I think in London, it's very much like a rat race. You have to jump on the treadmill. Not literally the treadmill, although you should, but jump on the treadmill in terms of you gotta wake up and hustle every single day. It's completely different to Sydney in the sense that Sydney's very laid back. Of course you can go after your goals and get success, you can hustle, but it's just a different kind of hustle. Here it's very like a grueling hustle, but in Sydney it's very much like you can run by the beach and you can grab a coffee by the beach and then you can hustle. Whereas here it's like you wake up, there's no sunlight, and then you hustle. The sky's the limit. All packed, people. Got my camera bag all set. Just a quick side note, when it comes to hard drives at the airport security, couple tips. If you're a videographer, I guess, and you travel with hard drives and batteries, put all the batteries into a Ziploc bag, and then it's just easy to bring it all out in one hit rather than like find all the batteries if they're all scattered around the bag. Because if there's so many hard drives and batteries in there, they can't really see anything, they can't scan it properly, and they always stop you. So what I do is I just get the batteries out, the hard drives out, I put it into a separate crate. Then I've got the camera bag, I get the laptop out separately. So there's just so many things that you sort of got to think about. Suitcases downstairs, just getting the final few bits and pieces. Okay, final 2 bags. Alright, everything's packed. I just got a book, Never Split the Difference, from my little home library. I am en route. So what is the reason I am travelling to Sydney? There are 2 reasons. Number 1 reason solely is it's my sister's wedding, so going to that. And reason number 2 is that there's a few shoots, lots of business, lots of meetings, so that's the main reason as to why I'm going to Sydney. Super excited for the trip. 30-hour commute, let's begin. Oh, would you look at that? The sun is out. I guess it's trying to make me feel like I'm in Sydney. It's just slowly transitioning me into that hot weather that I'm about to get into, which I actually can't wait for because I hate the cold weather. I just find that there's a big difference between like hot weather and cold weather. In the hot weather you feel a lot more sort of upbeat and happy and motivated. In the cold weather you just can't be asked to do anything. But you sort of just carry on with a grim look on your face. That's why when you're walking around London you see everybody looking like this, because they hate the cold. They say that they don't, but they deep down do. They just want some sun and beach and water. That is my train. That is the one I'm catching. Pretty cool train terminal actually. The thing about trains in London, especially the undergrounds, is that they make you very sleepy. I mean, it could be something to do with the 4.5 hours sleep I had, but I have a feeling it's something to do with the fact that yeah, there's just no circulation, no airflow. Just made it to Terminal 2. Terminal 3.
No, give me a
Bag is checked, now I'm just heading to security. Just at a cafe, much needed coffee whilst I do some work. Gotta go through contracts and edits and everything else, so let's do that. It's actually, the plane's boarding, so I've got to make my way there now. 16. Yeah, I was worried that I might miss the flight. So I've been back to Sydney about 3 times so far. Back in January of 2022, and then again in September, so this is my 3rd time back since I've since I left for London. One done, flight 2 to go. So we've just arrived in LA. I'm just connecting to the second flight to Sydney. You actually have to get your bag and check it back in and then redo all security again, so it almost feels like Groundhog Day. You actually leave before you go back in internationally. You've got to adapt to the differences.
Non-stop service to Sydney. I am looking for the following passengers: Bill, Charles, Annabelle, Tay, Babe, Lil, Bill, Jones.
So I guess one of the questions is how to like build your network when you're overseas or kind of like an expat sort of going into a new country. I guess there's a few different ways you could do it. You could there's actually knowing someone in the country, like having family members, friends, partners, or if you don't have anyone, then you just got to chat to randoms at coffee shops, go onto different apps like Meetup and all that sort of stuff. Global Business is another good one, and that's just a really good way to build out your network. From cultural differences, I would say that London is a lot more sort of, what do you call it, open, whereas Sydney's a lot more closed. I feel like London's very hustle bustle, whereas Sydney's a bit more bubble-like. So that's why London's been really cool to kind of explore a new city and see what it's like. Boarding the next flight. Just got some coffee, much needed coffee.
The yellow form is...
Just arrived in Sydney. It is actually hot. I can take this hoodie off. I can strip down to shorts and t-shirt. Alright, just arrived. Heading to express pickup, which is where I believe the shuttle bus will be. Just in the shuttle on the way back home. Dog's barking at me. Dog's barking. She's forgotten who I am. It's been how long? 3 months? Ronnie, it's just me. It's just me. Hello, stay in. Hello. You remember who I am? Hello. Hello. We've reunited. There's Ronnie right there. So I'm going to go for a quick run. I've just showered and put everything into my room. I'm going to go for a run to the beach and back. I think it's important to do a bit of exercise either side of your flight. Ronnie. Worth the 30-hour journey. That's worth the 30-hour journey. There's nothing like coming to the beach in 27, 30 degrees Celsius. Probably the best bit of advice I can give someone who's like wanting to like try and do something in the form of success is most people would be like, oh, it's crazy, you know, you've just gotten off a flight where you're running, like, oh, just get some rest. But I think those little 1% pushes is what pushes you ahead and actually allows you to achieve some form of success. So yeah, but I actually genuinely felt like running because it's just after sitting for so long in that plane for 30 hours, it's just nice to get out and get the legs moving, see some sunlight, get some vitamin D, because there's no vitamin D in London, if no one knew that.